Hello everybody, this is Delpha, and we're back with My Heart Had Wings. Let's carry on.
お腹すいた。みんなまだ帰ってきてないのか。頑張るな。冷蔵庫になんかないかな。ガッガッ。
Hats in the fridge.
チッス、ハット先輩。どうした
Or
の？
not.
あんたもお腹すいた？ガッガッ。餌じゃないのか。じゃあ水浴び？ガー。そっかそっか。
I have no clue.
今日は涼しいね。これなら下着じゃなくても平気だわ。わわ。はいはい、水浴びね。いっくよー。わー。気持ちよさそうでいいね。私も後でシャワー浴びよっと。クワックワックワッ。ん？ねえ、ハット先輩。
This is so weird.
ほら、なんか空が。
It's purple.
うっすら紫色してない。
The direction is...
東よ。ってことは
I don't know. The eastern sky was a bluish purple. We were tidying up after flight training for the day, but we stopped working to gaze at the eastern sky.
予兆なのかな。
This was the moment we've been waiting for, but we were careful not to get our hopes up yet. We don't know, but until now it hasn't been that color.
さあどうだろう。注意して見てたことないもん。気温は25度。昨日より3度低いわ。湿度はやや高め。風も出てきてる。これはもしかするかも。
We all looked towards Amane, and when I looked to the eastern sky, she was just standing there, quietly. While looking at the signs that indicated the phenomenon could occur, she seemed to be assessing the situation. Or maybe she was praying. It might occur tomorrow morning. There are 2 days left of summer holidays. This was the time limit for Amane's activities with the soaring club.
先輩。わかってる。大丈夫だ。
I gave Kotri a prod and spoke quietly to her. The second in charge should take care of occasions like this.
そうだった。おほん。みんな聞いて。モーニンググローリーは明日の朝必ず現れる。そう信じましょう。だから今夜は当番関係なく全員夜明け前に起きてフライトの準備をするわよ。
Alright! Okay. Nighttime or morning time. Either one. It's 4 a.m. Don't make too much noise. Kanako is still sleeping.
了解。
Kotri!
ごめん。
What did she do? I don't know. We got up at the usual time for people whose turn it was to watch the dawn sky, and carried our things outside the dormitory. There is still 1 hour before the morning sun rises. We have to complete our launch preparations before then.
ずいぶんと冷えるわね。薄着だとちょっと肌寒いくらいね。
Amane, will you be all right in those clothes?
大丈夫だ。ビシッとしてよね、あまねちゃん。これから雲の上まで飛ぶんだから。
Kotri, you're speaking really loudly. Agia, how's the sky? It's purple. I mean blue.
よくわかんない。
It's a color. I see stars. The sky was covered in darkness, and it wasn't possible to see with the naked eye whether or not there were any clouds. Anyway, let's hurry. If we hang about for too long, we won't be able to make it in time for dawn. That is true. We reached the runway and immediately began work on the assembly. Right, aileron.
OK。
Left aileron.
問題なし。
Next is the elevator. While this is going on, I eat a rice ball that I had made the night before. I have to do something about my empty stomach.
あまねちゃん、さっきからどうしちゃったの？すまない。別になんでもないんだ。大丈夫よ。きっとうまくいくから。はい、おにぎり食べて元気出して。ありがとう。葵、いけそう？
I don't know. In the training, I finally figured out how to catch the thermals. The highest we've flown in training has been 600 meters. We won't be able to reach the Morning Glory at altitudes like that. Wind. Suddenly, a strong wind blows.
葵くん、だいぶブレーキを出してくれ。
Got it. When the glider is on the ground, lift will be created if wind hits the main wings. With winds this strong, if we're careless, the aircraft might start floating upwards. That's why we make use of the equipment used to reduce the lift during landing. If the lift is at a low level, it will be okay even if the wind hits it.
急に風が出てきたわね。
That was a mouthful.
モーニンググローリーの影響かしら。
It said in the book that when this occurred in Burketown, Australia, raging winds were blowing beneath the clouds. We'll need to use a crosswind launch. Of course, when strong winds blow from the side, the glider will be blown with them. So we need to use a special technique for takeoff. We haven't practiced it much, but we should be okay.
見て、
Fingers crossed.
夜が明けてきた。
Very windy. The eastern sky became dimly bright. Also, the condition of the sky became clear.
あそこにある雲。
Oh, there we go. Dawn hadn't broken yet, and the sky was still gloomy, but we could see the outline of the clouds. These clouds could be called Morning Glory, and were fine and delicate, and looked like they could disappear any minute.
小鳥、発行準備。ラジャー。
Everyone quickly got into position. Amani and I got into our seats in the cockpit. Wind. Animation.
横風が強いぞ、葵くん。
Okay, I'll use full rudder from the start. I push down on the rudder pedal, even though we're not even moving yet. If we were hit with a crosswind during takeoff, the glider's nose will face into the wind. This is called the weather vane effect. Okay. By turning the rudder in the opposite direction, we can reduce the weather vane effect. Yeah. However, because the rudder has almost no effect, until we pick up speed, we need to push the rudder pedal before launch and gradually release it as we accelerate. This is the first time we've taken off in such strong winds. This kind of feels like a rehearsal, but we have to do it.
ランウェイis clear.
Agia came to let us know that there were no obstructions on the runway. Then moving around to the side of the glider, she lifts up the left wing a little higher than usual. The wind is blowing from the front right direction. If the wings are horizontal during takeoff, the wind from the side will go under the right wing, messing up the balance. That's why we need to launch with the right wing a little lower to stop the crosswind from going under it. To maintain the bank angle at which Agia is tilting it, I move the yoke to the right to operate the right aileron. Launch preparations complete. Here we go, Amani. Amani replied nervously. I give the thumbs up to signal to Agia outside.
発行準備完了。小鳥、上げて。
Still windy. Best sound effect ever. The moment Agia gave the signal, the wind started moving like it couldn't wait. The glider steadily accelerates. I pull back on the yoke.
頼んだわよ、葵。
Leaving behind Agia, who was holding up the wing, and running with us, the glider floated into the air. Spun around a few times too, apparently. Ugh! The glider wobbled like crazy when the crosswind hits it.
大丈夫？葵くん、あまねちゃん。
We're okay! We've leveled out!
なんとか無事だ。
Yeah. As we accelerate, the ailerons start working, and we're able to maintain the bank according to the crosswind. Tilting the rudder in the direction of the incoming wind, the glider steadily rises into the sky. Our airspeed is really fast. We're climbing much more quickly than usual. Even though it looks like we're flying at the same speed, if the headwind is strong, the speed of the wind hitting the glider, in other words, the airspeed, is different. When the airspeed is high, the lift increases, which causes the aircraft to raise. Today, the wind is strong. The power of the winch pulling us fights against the power of the main wings, lifting us up, causing the glider to shake. Releasing! Just before passing over Kotri's head, who is operating the winch, I release the tow rope. Whoosh! Freed from the force that was holding us down, the glider was suddenly thrown up into the air. I immediately turned around to check that the tow rope has been released.
離脱確認。離陸は成功だ。
Yay! Okay. I checked the altitude on the altimeter. We are currently 300 meters above the ground. Then I look up to the sky above. Outside the dome-shaped canopy, all I could see was sky. A sky changing from night to morning. Indigo, orange, and pale yellow. The morning sun paints a complex gradient as far as the eye can see. And there, in the middle, a straight line of clouds stretched out. Okay, now that is interesting. Amazing. I felt like I was being sucked into it as I stared at the spectacle. More wind. Hey, hey, hey.
何かしらあの雲。
Oh, it's the twins.
あ、本当だ。なんだろう。
Them again.
不思議な雲だね。まるで誰かが筆で描いたみたい。だとしたら、
Oh, so
達筆ではないわね。そんなことないよ。すごく綺麗だと思うな。お上手。相変わらず何でも褒めるわね。と、ん？ねえ、姉さん、あれ。
there we are.
何か飛んでる？
Is it moving?
あれ、もしかして。あ、この前ここで見たくらいだ。何してるのかしら、こんな朝早くから。飛んでるじゃないかな。それは見ればわかるわよ。そうじゃなくって。じゃあ、あそこ行こうとしてるんじゃないかな。あそこ？
Between
ほ
the
ら、
gap.
あの雲のところ。すごく綺麗。うん。不思議ね。どうしてあんなものができるのかしら。
I don't know.
奇跡みたい。でも、あの写真のとはちょっと違わない？
Well, of course it is. It's not always going to be the same.
これからもっと大きくなるのかしら。さあ、葵くんたちは今どこ？ちょっと待って、双眼鏡で見てみる。あ、いた。
I can't see them. Oh, there we go. Never mind.
どこほら、湖の上。今キラって光った。
Sorry. Clutching the yoke, I somehow managed to maintain our position. The airflow is getting really rough. It's taken everything I've got just to keep our position. On days where the airflow is stable, I only need to hold onto the yoke lightly. However, in these rough skies, the glider is shaking all the time and we don't know when it will be hit with a sudden wind. I need all my concentration as the glider takes the wind.
大丈夫か、葵くん。
I'm fine! I'm fine! And more importantly, can you search for some thermals, Amane?
わかった。
thought you couldn't see them. Amani looks outside the canopy to search for places where the thermals may occur. Oh, there we go. Clouds are the markers used for finding thermals. Clouds are formed when the warm upwards drafts are cooled in the sky. Therefore, thermals are usually below them. As I watch the variometer, I fly based on guesswork. The variometer, if that's even how you say it, is one of the instruments in the glider and tells us whether it is rising or descending based on the atmospheric pressure. If there is a sudden change in the variometer, it's possible that we've entered a thermal without realizing. There's no reaction, huh? The reaction from the variometer was slow, and the glider was gradually descending. Amani called from the front seat. Where? Roger. I pull the yoke to the right and push the rudder pedals, and the glider turns. The rudder feels heavy. When the ailerons or the rudder take strong winds, they become heavier, but that means that their effect is stronger. Is that it? In my field of vision, I can see the small cloud Amani had found. It was a small, fine, elongated cloud. Please let this work. I feel like I'm praying as I fly under the cloud. We continue for a while and we don't seem to be hitting any thermals. After all, we can't see them, so we don't really know if they're there or not. That's true. Where is it? I go to turn so that we can head towards another area, but then... whoosh! Whoa! Suddenly the left wing lifts up, tilting the aircraft. Yes, I know. This wasn't the feeling of being shaken by a crosswind. A rising thermal grazed the wings. Ah, good. I quickly turned the rudder to the left. The variometer reacts, the glider was rising. We've entered a thermal. As we confirm that, I continue to turn the glider. Thermals extend upwards through the atmosphere like a pillar. In most cases, the strongest lift is in the center, known as the core. Normally, it gradually gets weaker the further you go towards the outside. That's why if you want to climb higher, you have to get close to the core of the thermals as possible. I turn the glider to search for the core. The variometer tells me that we are rising. We are getting closer and closer to the core. Yay, said Amani as she looked at the instruments. I tried to keep the glider circling in the same area in an attempt to rise in the core of the thermal. Alright, we're climbing! Through the seat I felt that the glider was rising. It's jokingly called the arse meter, but you can feel all sorts of G-forces through the seat, and it's one of the sensations that are most important for piloting a glider. That's because the thing that informs you of the glider's reactions the quickest is not the instruments, it's the seat that is in direct contact with your body. While getting a positive response and not wanting to lose it, I paid close attention while operating the controls. And we're back here.
上昇してる。うまくサーマルに乗れたみたいね。葵くん、葵くんは今手が離せない。あまねちゃん、うまくいってるみたいね。ああ、現在サーマルに乗って上昇中。高度500メートルに到達。
ナイス。
おっしゃー。気流が荒れてるみたいですけど、上空はどうですか？かなり荒れているが、でも大丈夫だ。葵くんが頑張ってくれてる。なんとか順調みたいね。そのまま雲の上まで行っちゃって。そうしたいのは山々だが。お？どうかしたんですか？もう少し上昇したらこのサーマルから離れる。え？どうして？リフトが弱くて上昇速度が遅い。これじゃ間に合わない。
Ooh. Okay then guys, I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Delifer. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share and all that good stuff. Thank you again, and goodbye.